Suck that crust out your eyes.
My stash bought with tons, nigga, my young niggas got guns, nigga, my slot is coming in 1 minute, but my young niggas got young niggas. Them bullets coming through 3D, no fuck niggas gon' feed me, and I just caught my first body, that same niggas on TV.
A lot of these kids don't even know who Martin Luther King is, man. I knew who Martin Luther King is or was by the time I was 5 years old. I had one kid tell me, like, I'm like, yo, who's Martin Luther King? Like, he went to sleep and had a dream. I'm like, come on, man, you can't be serious. But shit fucked up, man.
Yo, that's an excerpt from the documentary, or from the series, The Field. And this episode is about Miami. First one was about Chicago. Executive produced by Q from Worldstar Hip Hop. And it's the type of reporting that I think is definitely needed. Something we tried to do with, we did do with, maybe 8 years ago with MTV, a series we did called My Block.
Oh, right.
And we would go into the communities and show the rawest side of it. And I haven't really seen anything since until now that really depicts everyday life in these places, in these urban centers, if you will, that we're not privy to. You know, sometimes rappers rap about it, but they're not even living there no more. And if you watch The Field Miami, you'll hear Trick Daddy say that.
Yeah.
That, you know, you see these rappers living this life. They going to these clubs on South Beach. Trick Daddy said, man, in Miami, we don't even like them at South Beach. Right?
That's right.
Well done.
Thank you.
Round of applause, man, because you're going to learn things about Miami from watching this that have always been, but it's never been exposed or treated or presented in the way that you're doing it right now. Why was this important for you to do this series?
I mean, I feel it's important because, I mean, I go to Miami frequently, and I know I always go right to South Beach. Yeah. You know, like 99% of us, you know what I'm saying? We don't go, you know. So I felt like a story was much needed because Miami is like, you know, we think of beaches, women, parties, LeBron, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. But I mean, with that being said, like, I feel like the voice needed to be heard, and we have a great team, great staff. Manon Levette was the director. We have Javier Sang, local out there, who works for me, and our producer Marquise, who did 30 for 30, ESPN. So we had a good round staff to make this one one of the best. You know, Chicago was just 3 guys, you know, and we did a phenomenal job with just three men. With this one, we're here. We really wanted to show that reality of what's going on in these streets with like locals in Miami, outside South Beach area. And I mean, yeah, it couldn't. I mean, it's phenomenal.
What do you? Because I saw Gunplay talking about his life growing up in Miami and being blessed now through music. He's been able to become a boss and employ others. But I saw like young kids, man, speaking about, man, anybody can get it. You could be here today and gone tomorrow. You see dudes shooting dice. You see dudes holding guns. You know, you see young people. Even that clip where the young man said, man, these kids these days don't even know who Martin Luther King is. When I ask them, who is he? They say, man, isn't he somebody who went to sleep and had a dream? You know, and that same kid said that. I remember when I was 5 years old when I first learned about it, but that same guy is in those streets heavy too.
Yep.
Is it for you personally? What do you hope the learnable moment is coming out of these series and showing people this realness in these different cities across the country?
I mean, I want to have people. I want awareness to be built up, and I feel like that, you know, these kids need a voice to be heard, and I felt no one's doing that for them in the light where this is our communities, this is our backyard, and you know we tend to forget about what's going on outside these cities. You know, even in my country, Haiti, where my family's from, you know, it's tough there too. And Jamaica's tough, and people show the pretty side, the tourist side, and they don't want to show the greedy, the inner city in Jamaica, the struggle. I mean, it's poverty in Jamaica, Haiti. So anywhere you look at this, is, you know, there's awareness that needs to be mentioned, and you know, I felt in my heart and my soul that it's a good thing to do, a good opportunity, because no one's doing it, and police harassment is so big there, and these kids, they feel like they're hopeless. No one's hearing them out.
Yeah.
So they got to pick up a gun because they got to protect their family, protect their loved ones, and you can't say don't pick up a gun, go to school. I mean, it's just to them, that's not reality to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like if we can go out there and put the microphone, the camera to their face, and say, all right, here's your chance to talk to the world, speak up. I think it's our job, our duty to allow that for them because no one else is doing it.
So maybe one day somebody, I would imagine for you, somebody would see this and probably invest in these communities, invest in these kids, in these children, and then hopefully they can see that there's other ways. There's a clip in to live and other ways to think where you could rise above it because. I'm from Oakland. I'm from East Oakland.
Yeah.
And when I look at Miami, it's a lot of parallels, a lot of similarities. Some of us make it out, some of us don't. Something clicked in me, where, okay, I see these, I've held guns, I've been around drugs, I've seen all that, I've been around violence. Something clicked to me that made me go, okay, there's gotta be another way.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend of mine. I'm just saying, even no interview. I was talking to a friend of mine last night, Commissioner Gordon, and we were talking about somebody made a recent comparison. Was it with the civil rights movement and celebrity status, right? And people lost their lives in the civil rights movement, so that now we all could benefit from it. The bounty is big now. The trees are blossoming. We got fruits that everybody's benefiting from, but nobody's putting, the fertilizer back in the soil. So now the soil ain't producing, and we've seen the result of that when you got these mind states of these kids that's telling them that there's no tomorrow and guns. And one dude said, man, we could be shooting dice today with my homie, and the next day it'll be money on the ground, and my homie could get shot by another homie for that money. And so to me, there's a disconnect, that I think this can help bring awareness to and to bring some type of support and investment to. Heather, you got a question for him?
Yeah, I'm just curious as you move forward with these series, like how will you pick the cities? Like how will you decide and where? Like will you go to Oakland, like Sway said, Jersey next maybe?
Oh, we're going to Oakland.
How you picking the cities though, Q?
I mean, we would just like to gather around, talk about the cities, and see if there's any artists out there or where we can have a pass to get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just make calls and try to connect the dots to make it happen. We're narrowing down 3 cities right now for our next installment.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, man. I want to take a few callers, man, if you don't mind. All right. We got Sean from Cali on the line. Good morning, Sean. How you doing?
What up, Sean?
What up?
I'm good. What's up with it?
What you want to say to Q, man?
Oh, yeah, man. Earlier he had a topic on a little gory situation, and, sometimes I be feeling like that need to be shown, I mean, even if people had to subscribe and, just pay for that, you know what I'm saying? Could that be the people that exactly want to see that, Because, I mean, it's real out here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everything, you know what I'm saying, as far as people dying, as far as people living, the struggle, everything, and that's just pretty much it, man. It's like, I would like to see that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it touches my soul. Just I feel like, as far as the young lady was saying, you know what I'm saying, when I see it, like, damn, how can somebody, want to do that to somebody, you know what I'm saying, to another human being. But at the same time, it's just like, it keep me aware, you know what I'm saying, when I be walking out here on the streets, because I'm living in it. Every day I open my door, you feel what I'm saying, I'm still going through it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying, when you watch people, it ain't just what people say, but able to read their body language, able to read people, you feel what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, you can set yourself up in the wrong environment and not even know because you're not aware.
How you respond to that?
I mean, yeah, it's tough, you know what I'm saying, what's going on in your backyard. I mean, I could sit there and preach and talk about it all day as, me and Sway, we had 4 seasons, you know what I'm saying, and we live a different life, but we come from there.
I'm not in 4 seasons.
we come from there, you know what I'm saying, we come from that, and we know that, I think I promised myself, if I ever get out, I'm going to try to come back, you know what I'm saying, we'll continue to come back and try to get some more out there, and I feel like, doing these documentaries is going to help a lot. These voices ain't being heard, and just like the civil rights movement, without the camera and the videos, no one will probably even feel the impact, you know what I'm saying, unless you see it and feel it and hear it, not just read about it.
Yeah. All right, Q from Worldstar Hip Hop is here.
Q, I commend you for doing this series because I think it brings a lot of balance. When you were talking about the good, the bad, and ugly, the Worldstar showcases, at least with this series, it brings awareness and not entertainment. But my question is, because you spend so much time on the web.
No, I can't.
No?
I mean, it's, I try to take, mental breaks and try to not to get too soon with the digital world. Get back to reality. When I walk out my house, it's the reality of seeing what's going on in my face. But the digital space can suck you up because it's so fast. It's so high speed. Everything moving like the fast lane. It's like Jetson. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when I step out the side, it's just Stone Age. So it's a lot slower. But when you're in the internet space, you can get lost in it with the iPad, iPhone, laptops, and it can really drain you. So it's good to take a break sometime, and especially social media today, when kids getting caught up, they're all about impressing people and living a fake lie with images, and sometimes you gotta take a break and just unplug yourself and just take it back to the roots of just meditating. I do a lot of meditating, and I'm very spiritual, and I like to relax and just sit by myself. I like alone time. I'm saying I love that the most.
Okay, we got Wes on the line from Chicago. What up, Wes? Good morning.
Hey, Wes.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How you doing? I love the show. I'm just glad to listen to it.
Thank you, brother. All right.
Anyway, straight to it. Q.
What
I
up,
think
man?
your website ain't shit. I think your website ain't shit. Straight up and down. It ain't shit about your website that's hip hop. I think hip hop is in the state it is now because of your website. I'm from Chicago. I don't even listen to the motherfuckers from Chicago, the new school cats. Because of your website, you got a lot of motherfuckers like that coming out. And you just exploit violence. I'm from Chicago. I hate to see the shit that comes up on the news. I hate hearing about people I love getting killed. And that's all you do is exploit violence. Ain't shit good that come out your fucking website.
Okay.
That's on everything.
Can I respond?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you kept saying hate, 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 and I haven't said hate yet. But to answer your question, I mean, you have your opinion. You have the control to watch what you want, and the videos. I mean, the website put a lot of unknown artists, and we broke a lot of people as well. So you can point at the negativity of Worldstar, but you also got to look at the positive too. Like everything else, you just can't sit there and just hate on us for everything because we're just a medium. And what about the people actually doing it?
Hey, and it's because of you ain't taking responsibility like you're doing right now.
He said
the kids are out here doing things because of what they see. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the 90s. I'm 33 years old. And, a lot of motherfuckers now are gang banging because of what they see. And motherfuckers are gang banging straight off because of they getting plugged off the internet. Back then, you had to know people. You had to get blessed in. Now motherfuckers just coming out of the woodwork saying they this and that, and they want to throw signs, and you exploiting motherfuckers, smoking weed and holding up guns, all in the videos on your website. Now these kids going out there acting like that. And every day a motherfucking child getting killed. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Wes, man, putting back up, Wes, man. First of all, I appreciate your opinion. That's what we do here on this show, Q. So everybody gets a voice,
no doubt.
Just like on Worldstar. And Wes, you're a citizen.
A sway in the morning.
But you get that a lot, though. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Q, as you go around.
I get that a lot. You know what I'm saying? You have video games, you have TV shows, you have movies that depict violence. So, you can't just sit there and just blame one thing. I can't sit there and blame my son if he want to go carjack playing Grand Theft Auto because he wants to be a carjack. He has to know the difference to what's reality and what's entertainment. And if he sees someone happening, in front of him, he has to know what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I would love my son to have awareness. Like, I'd like to teach my son and tell him what's going on. Like, I can't say, don't have sex, and then he sees all his friends having sex, or watch HBO after dark and see some sex going on. So it's our job as parents to educate our kids and tell them what's right and what's wrong. And, a lot of these videos on YouTube, Worldstar, or whatever, these videos are going to be out no matter what, because people got to realize that it's not the same no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you show conflict resolution? I know we see, like, on YouTube and Worldstar and other platforms, not just Worldstar. You can't put it all on Worldstar. It's just happened to be the most successful. But do you also show that balance of conflict resolution? Maybe.
Now we also show where people come to agreement, and like we get a lot of emails and letters sent to us saying thanking us for putting the video up and showing something that really helped them out. And